Hey, so this one is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and I have been saying Mars or Chiron, but I already shuffled and I got a couple of cards, so I'll tell you kind of who this might be for. I got unlimited possibilities of masculine energy, and using the shamanic healing deck, those cards specifically resonate with a specific man or masculine figure in your life that you hold to high regard, and also that person or this definition that you have of them, or this influence that they have on you, you actually are taking it so strongly that you feel that they are the ruler of your path forward. Whatever they are doing, whether this is your partner or your father, you feel that you shut off opportunities that you can't see them integrating with, but you're also not saying that you have an unlimited amount of possibilities. So whatever you're stepping into in the next couple of days, July 13th, July 14th, or the rest of July, you'll realize you have all of these opportunities, and people are either seeking you or you're at the right place at the right time to take these opportunities. But if you have a void towards launching forward or taking the initiative or doing something, it's probably because you don't feel that you have that availability, and you feel that someone else has either a strong influence, or I don't like the word blocking, but this person might be keeping you from being able to make those choices because of your own mindset, or because they literally are not letting you make those choices. So this is about the freedom of choice and noticing that you do have the world at your disposal. You are able to make a decision, even if it doesn't include them. It might take more thought and more strategy, but the possibilities are still there. They're still available. So that is a specific message. And see, I keep getting the masculine energy. So let's grab a couple more cards. For Scorpio. Did I say Capricorn? Or did I say Scorpio? I know it's okay, so it's the Capricorn moon, July 13th, July 14th, but this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars. Sorry. Let's see. Grounding energy. So we have the sun, we have the earth, we have the roots going under, and we have feathers. So it's almost like you take in too much. You see all these possibilities, and you might get lost in the sauce, or you might get lost in the ebb and flow, and you don't quite know where to go. So this is about having a sacred space, grounding yourself, being out in nature, creating silence and space, not with anybody else, so that when you make a decision, you understand that there's a possibility there. There's growth there. It's not a setback. These choices that don't include everyone's opinion, not everyone's, but these choices that don't include this specific father figure or masculine figure or manly energy, doesn't mean that it won't be a successful choice. They might still be there for you. They might still be able to support you, because it could also be healing for them. Before you make any decisions, you definitely need to ground yourself, because it looks like confusion is might be overloading you. Too many. I'll get one more. I feel like there's too many people in the mix, and then death comes out. Death is like, oh my God, I have all these jobs, careers, obligations, or I have all these choices and all these things that come into and take factor on my next move. So it's like, where can I release my obligation to this person, or where can I release it so they don't influence me the same way? So now instead of focusing on 5 things, I can focus on 2 and find a compromise, and we can all have a higher element of happiness, rather than having it be so compromised and so confusing that we only get a fraction. Because when you live that way, you're constantly moving, constantly making shifts, constantly adjusting. But this one's supposed to bring you to a place where you're grounded and more steady. There's more longevity here, but there's something very important that you put a lot of time towards, energy, that you've probably had a significant past with, that you have to end. This could be the way that you work. If it's a 9-to-5 job, this could be you constantly going to school and getting certifications. This could be a hobby. This could be a home. This could be where you live. Whatever it is, there's something that's got to go. And typically when it's in the reverse, that means that you're holding on longer than you should, and the universe is going to be kicking you out. But in the upright, it means that you already know what I'm talking about, and you're going to probably be the initiator. I feel that this ebb and flow that you've been going through, that's a great tool, but I don't think that suits this energy. I think you need to be the initiator to create the movement forward and release something strong. But you have to ground yourself first. The number 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, ground yourself, find out what it is that you need to release, have your head on straight, and release it. And then we have stripping illusions. So this is going to shift your perspective. It's going to give you the duality of like, okay, this person was meant for me, or this thing was meant for me in this energy, but I don't fit that energy anymore because of where I'm going. And when you release the expectation of yourself to provide for whatever it is, those doors I was talking about that are closed will automatically open, and you realize that you step into a new vibration of yourself. I feel like you're going to be doing something completely different than what you've done before with different people. Like, I am surprised the Tower isn't coming out. Let me get one more card. We have the number 8, the number 36, and the number 27. Feminine energy. Wow, you're balancing the feminine and the masculine. Like I said, stripping illusions. You're bringing forward, okay, this masculine has such strong influence on me because I have a wounded feminine. Does this masculine energy make you feel restricted and silent? Does this masculine energy make you feel like you can't be wild and free? Where are the restrictions? Where are the expansions with this relationship dynamic? And these doors that are opening, are they going to allow you to create more balance with your feminine energy and your masculine energy? Do you find yourself isolating and retreating and judging and envying other people, or feeling threatened by other people so easily? Do you find yourself over-dominating in certain situations where it might isolate you from other people, or you feel so much in control that it might be not so good for everyone, like inconsiderate? Because I think these doors that are opening, this masculine energy that has a lot of influence does have the opportunity to come with you. Just because you say yes to something doesn't mean they don't have a choice also. That's the illusion that you're stripping. Just because I'm going forth through this and it's not specifically for you, you still have a choice to join me, or you don't have to join me. And this is what gives you that feminine energy, that feminine power, is by saying, this is going to help me, so you got to come or you don't. And you, instead of them relying on them to kind of feed your feminine masculine, you start to feed yourself. That's for someone specific. But let's get to Moonology cards. What is happening for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? I do feel in the lower light that there might be an ultimatum here. I'd never encourage ultimatums, but I do feel that there is one that happens. I think that you see where you can move forward and where you can lead, and you just see an opportunity that you can't pass up, and you see a singular force in keeping you held back from it, and you stand up to it, and you're like, hey, you have a choice, you can come with me. But there's two sides of the story. You can be inconsiderate and say, no, you're coming with me, or you can understand your own wounds and show them that they have a choice and have humility intact. So that's something that you'll come across. A personal issue reaches solution, full moon in Cancer. So this is a lot about, Cancer represents the feminine, the mother. So your feminine wound could come from your mother. A personal issue reaches solution. So this could be about your home base, or this could be about where you're living or how you're living. This could be who you're dealing with, could be, like I said, a father or a partner. So I definitely feel that it's something that you've talked about before. You've probably had disagreements on before. There's some insecurities around emotions regarding the home, how you live or where you live or how you travel. some type of harmony that is imbalanced, that could have more balance. But it reaches resolution. And I think that you're the driving force in all of that. Meditate and contemplate, just like the grounding. So you need to take some space, 4 days, 4 weeks. I don't think it's 4 months. 4 days would make sense because in 4 days it's the 14th, 15th. So I think that you need to bask in the bay leaf, per se. You need to literally put your feet in soil and realize what it is that you want and how to communicate with this person. Last one, nothing yet is set in stone. Ooh, there was one underneath that. The answers you need are coming. I think when you go out and meditate, you start to see and receive a lot of clarity, and you realize where you might be missing certain aspects of this new phase of life. Like, nothing is set in stone. You don't know how this person is going to react. Maybe they don't even react immediately. So there's no quite real direction or motive right whenever you say, this is where I'm going. Maybe they're just not ready to answer you. And so you have to be prepared that anything can happen. And you have to be solid and grounded in your foundation of where you are going. So be practical. Don't just say, I know where I'm going. Know the whole layout so that the other person can have space. You need to create space now to figure out what you want. But you have to be solid enough that when you bring this up, that they can create their space too. And they can take time to make their decision as well. That's what I think is about to happen. I hope that helped. I hope you guys have a beautiful full moon. Have a good day.